Oh my stars and garters, I didn't even see you there. I didn't hear you at all. I was too busy listening to just the audio of Passion of the Christ, the film, on my Raycon earbuds. Are you sick and tired of dealing with annoying headphone wires that really only serve a purpose if you're trying to hang yourself? Are you sick and tired of paying an absurd amount of money for audio quality that you can get for much, much cheaper? Well, if so, you're probably gonna be a pretty big fan of the Everyday E25s. The Everyday E25 earbuds are Raycon's most recent model, and they come in all different patterns and colors. They're super comfortable, and they come with a variety of different ear hole shapes, so if you've got like stupid enormous ears, hey, don't worry about it, we got you covered. Not to mention the compact carrying case that can charge earbuds 4 times on a single charge. Raycon earbuds start at about half the price of any other premium brand that you could find on the market. And they sound just as good as some of the overpriced brands that you might have been blowing money on. With these earbuds, you get 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, more bass, and a more compact design that gives you a nice noise-isolating fit. I'm a pretty big headphones guy. I like the aesthetic of like big-ass headphones around my head. I don't know why, I guess I'm stupid. But I gotta be real, these things have kind of become my go-to. Especially when I'm out on a run or at the gym or doing anything strenuous. Ah, Chris, you don't go to the gym. Fuck you, okay? So what the hell are you waiting for, imbecile? Go to buyraycon.com/raygun to get 15% off your order. Link is in the description if you're too lazy to type it in. Buyraycon.com/raygun. Remember it. Remember it today, remember it forever. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna take these bad boys out for a little bit of a jog. Don't make fun of my hair, I know you probably also look fucking dumb. Don't you fucking laugh at me. Wow, Chris, what are you gonna do? Sing for the All-American Rejects? Wow, Chris, you look like Julian Casablancas. Wow, how did you escape the 8th grade, Chris? I didn't recognize you. I get it, I understand. We all understand. Now look, I know this quarantine is putting everybody in a stressful situation. I know this is putting everybody in a bit of a tizzy. So I'm expecting full well to see some really stupid opinions make their way into the internet and make their way into my Twitter feeds and burn their way into my head. I just saw something today that I thought was stupid enough and annoying enough for me to feel, passionate enough about to sit down, get all my equipment set up, turn on my camera, and voice an opinion to you guys. And if you clicked on this video and you've read the title down here, down over yonder, then you're probably well aware of what that topic is. But I know you guys are probably sick of looking at boring walls, and you probably want to pretend you're in a better time. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring us back to a less uncertain time. Welcome to the glorious years of 2007 through 2010. Back when the internet and technology was pretty cool, but not really overbearing. And the reason we're going to be talking about those years in particular is because those were the golden years, the golden era of the post-game lobby.
You're the one talking shit. You're such a fag. Hey, I'm better than more than half your fucking team. Look at where I'm at. I'm above you. Shut your mouth. You went 23. You like getting raped? Is that what you're talking about? Because I told you to suck my dick, but I got your fucking back right now. You can't open your mouth to suck it, motherfucker.
So for those of you with brains that might have been, severely starved or damaged by sex deprivation over the past month or two, let me fill you in on what a post-game lobby is. See, back in the day, me and my friends would gather in our favorite competitive multiplayer online video games. Stuff like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Halo 3, the big ones, the ones that I love. And we would gather our friends together, head into matchmaking, and match with another team. And before the game would start, we would have some time to meet the other players. Usually, you would be called or a massive and then your competitive spark would be driven. You'd be, oh, how could that person say that to me? I'm gonna shoot him in the stupid head.
Hey, I'm gonna fuck your mama, bitch.
And then you would play the game. You would actually get into the action, and you would have the opportunity to shoot that stupid bitch in the teeth. You would have the opportunity to kill him and then crouch over his body like some kind of sadistic fucking Richard Simmons. And then the magic of the post-game lobby would reveal itself. Whether you won or you lost, after the game, the sparks would fly.
I fucking hate that. Fuck you. Message me. Tell me how many dicks did you guys suck to get that much host? Just message me. 20, 25? I'm guessing 25.
I honestly miss the post-game lobby. I miss when people would come together and just insult each other and blow off some steam. The post-game lobby was essentially every kid's therapy session who was too poor to afford therapy. Had a bad day at school, maybe you got your lunch money stolen by the fucking principal again. Maybe you were made fun of in the hallway because it looks like you peed your pants, but you really just spilled some Snapple on your crotch, I swear to fucking God. And all that pent-up aggression, all that frustration would follow you home, into the video game, into the pre-game lobby, and out again in the post-game lobby. It was a chance for you to let it all out for once. Actually, what are you gonna do? You're gonna tell your dad to suck your dick? You're not gonna do that. He's gonna kick your ass. He's gonna send you to fucking military school. Idiot.
You look like you came from PS1, goddammit.
Yeah, try to own me again. See how quickly you get banned, idiot.
There's a magical toxicity that exists within the pre-game and post-game lobby that kind of fell out of relevance after, you know, things like TeamSpeak, Skype, and Discord, and even on the platforms like PlayStation and Xbox when Party Chat started to get introduced. Post-game lobbies became kind of quiet and barren, and there really wasn't much point to being in it anymore. So the reason we're talking about post-game lobbies and pre-game lobbies and voice chat in video games is because voice chat has recently come up as a subject of conversation recently. It found its way across my Twitter feed. I don't really know how or why, but I saw it. I saw it in a very weird form. In the form of this individual here, kind of making an argument as to why voice chat in competitive play is unfair, and it's really confusing.
The only way to have a level playing field at the highest level of play is to not have voice chat, to not have people give up their linguistic profiles. I mean, and maybe you think, you know, if you are a competitive gamer, which a lot of people have been like, Steph, you clearly know nothing about competitive play. Well, competition, by the way, y'all, competition requires you to get every advantage possible. To become the top 0.01% in any video game, you have to squeeze every amount of advantage you can possibly get. Voice chat is unfair, period.
She literally makes the argument, oh, in competitive play, you have to squeeze out every advantage that you can, and then proceeds to say, well, not voice chat, though. Not communicating with your teammates in a meaningful way? Nah. Not that, though. Not that. Voice chat is literally the thing that separates social and relaxed play from competitive play. When you're just trying to hang out and relax, you're going into like Social Slayer or like unranked team deathmatch to blow off some steam, not have a headset on. Maybe you're listening to a podcast. Maybe you're listening to The Passion of the Christ on audiobook or something. I don't know. You do you. Competitive play is where the headset comes on. I know this might not be that big of a deal to most of you guys, and honestly, it's not really that big of a deal to me either. I am just kind of confused at this reasoning.
I said a lot of people with cis white male sounding voices are here telling me that voice chat isn't a problem, and that is a fact. Y'all have voices that aren't marginalized.
Listen, honey, I don't know if you got the message, but we're all on equal footing now. The great equalizer has placed us all in the same category of marginalization.
Coming in and saying, just mute, it's not an issue. Everyone faces harassment. I've heard it all. You're just repeating my a year ago.
No, but no, hold on. We weren't talking about harassment. We were talking about competitive play and why competitive play is unfair. It's not about there being harassment, although everything that you said is indeed true. Look, dude, I have never experienced anything meaner than the shit that I heard on Xbox Live, but that's not the discussion. The discussion is whether or not voice chat is unfair, and I don't understand. Am I fucking retarded? Am I a damn remedial fool? Now, the reason this video even blew up into anything at all is because this individual is currently on Twitch staff. I believe, from what I've gathered, she's on the Twitch Safety Council or Trust and Safety Council, whatever the hell that council does. So a lot of people are seeing this as a sign that the powers that be are looking down on voice chat, and kind of like the idea is basically that, our toxic cesspool of garbage that we all kind of love deep down, even if we don't want to admit it, is under threat because Twitch, I guess, has the power to do that. I wouldn't be that alarmist about it. I don't know if Twitch really has any say in any of that shit. And look, guys, I'm not gonna pretend that this is all even Stevens, all right? I have personally heard girls speak in video games and get a fucking hilarious amount of bullshit. Like, actually, like, way more than I've ever gotten. Even when I was, like, a squeaker, when I was, like, fucking 11. So I'm not gonna pretend like the harassment and all that shit is even Stevens. But the unfairness thing is just stupid. So apparently Steph just started her new job on the Twitch Safety Advisory Council literally like a couple days ago. Like, not even like, you could count it in hours, honestly. And pretty much immediately was jumped on for this kind of stupid hot take. But I'm seeing this Twitter post now, and I'm going to give her the due diligence and see what she really means. Sure are a lot of people trying to make me and my arguments look bad right now. Clipping and retweeting my most frustrated takes, perpetuating conclusions I've never made. Few people are being rational, most want to dogpile, most are being hateful, it's a lot. Destiny picked this fight with me, completely missing the point even. My voice chat argument is best understood in the context of Heroes of the Storm. Okay, well, let's click the link, let's see what the context of Hero of the Storm is. Okay, so Heroes of the Storm announces that voice chat goes live, hero adjustments and bug fixes in the latest patch. Okay, it seems pretty standard patch notes. Voice chat goes live, and with no improved moderation tools and no acknowledgement of my community's fights. We have been silenced and ignored by Blizzard. You've been silenced by the inclusion of voice chat. I'm trying to understand, but that seems kind of hilarious. Heroes of the Storm was a bastion for many players trying to avoid this, but it's clear through your lack of effort we aren't welcome. You know you can disable voice chat, right? Like you can turn voice chat off in most video games. Like I don't understand why just allowing people to communicate is harmful to you. That's kind of insane. Oh, Chris, that's such a right-wing argument. You're such a chud. Oh my god. I hate that I even have to voice that stupid like hypothetical opinion that I know I'm gonna get, because I know there's somebody watching this being like, Chris Reagan's a transphobioid. I swear to God, dude. I just think the opinion is dumb. But maybe we're wrong. Maybe we are jumping the gun still. Let us continue to read why Heroes of the Storm should not add voice chat. Being able to voice chat with your teammates is an indisputable game edge. I thought we had to scrounge for every edge that we could get.
Competition requires you to get every advantage possible.
What? This is the Twitter thread, by the way, that she linked to kind of give more context to her opinion, but it's still ridiculous. Convenient voice chat in pickup team games is anti-inclusivity. It forces minorities to reveal themselves to potential harassers or be handicapped at gameplay. I am willing to potentially admit that maybe I just don't have the experience to talk about this. Maybe I don't have their experience. Maybe I really don't know what it's like to be recognized as a girl and deal with the shit that they go through in voice chat specifically. Maybe I don't know what it's like to have a minority sounding voice or a non-cis white male voice. And if you want to make the harassment argument, I think that's fine. I personally feel like harassment is kind of thrown in literally every direction. I'm sure some groups have it worse, but the bottom line is harassment's harassment regardless of the volume of it. So that's fair. So that's fair. I will grant you that. But you're trying to take your harassment argument and lend it validity by connecting it to something that is objectively measurable, which is the sanctity of a truly competitive play space. I get harassed in voice chat, so I want voice chat gone, but that's not a good enough reason for them to remove it, so let me act as if it's unfair to include in the game. I just don't buy it. And by the way, like I said earlier, it's not like these people aren't communicating. Like, these people can jump into Discord, these people can jump into some off-site voice chat and cooperate there. So it's definitely not about competitive play, because voice chat is easily worked around. Many women and other minorities choose to participate in voice chat to help fight for their right to exist in the gaming world. Thank you. This activism is inspiring and productive, but it is not a battle you should be forced to fight. But that's the thing though, you're not forced to participate. That's kind of the point of voice chat, is that you can choose to jump in and out or you can choose to disable it. But you just admitted that people are actually using voice chat to further socially progressive values, right? You just literally made the argument that people are fighting for their right to exist in voice chat and that it's a valuable form of activism. So why would you want to take that avenue of activism away from somebody else just because you personally don't want to participate in it? Even from the frame of reference of this person, this doesn't make any sense. It's a floundering argument. Now, I've got to admit something to you guys. When I first started recording this video, when I first sat down to do this recording, my intention was to be kind of as kind and as charitable to this person as possible. But the longer this social media shitstorm continues to unravel in the public square, the more convinced I am that maybe I shouldn't be so charitable. I was originally going to ignore the elephant in the room in the form of, you know, this person believing that she is a deer.
In my spare time, I go out to my yard. And I prance around and I eat grass.
And they're pretty sensitive to scritches. So scritches in different areas get different reactions from forest creatures.
Because as strange and as cringe as it is, it's not really relevant. It's just kind of hilarious. And I've seen a lot of people on Twitter kind of act like, oh, well, if you think this is funny, then you're like a piece of shit. Oh, how dare you think it's hilarious that a grown adult human being walks around in her backyard and eats grass off the fucking ground? How dare you? Guys, if we can make fun of Pete Buttigieg looking like a fucking rat, something that he has no fucking control over, if we can make fun of Donald Trump and his stupid hair and his fucking jaundiced skin and his stupid little tiny hands, if we can make fun of Ben Shapiro for being a short little goblin man, surely we can make fun of this. I have a clear conscience about it. I'm totally fine with it. And the reason I'm totally fine with it is for the same reason that I'm fine with people making fun of Ben Shapiro and Pete Buttigieg and all sorts of other people for things that they might not be able to control. And the reason is because they're kind of smarmy assholes. In my research for this video, I found a pretty irritating clip of Stephanie basically having a huge power trip over the fact that she is on the Twitch Safety Advisory Council.
And I'm not going anywhere. I have power. They can't take it away from me. And honestly, you know, there are some people that should be afraid of me, and that they are, because I represent moderation and diversity, and I'm gonna come for hurtful, harmful people. If you're a really shitty person, I'm gonna stand up against you. Period. And Twitch is endorsing me to do that, so.
Now, I know this is kind of obvious, especially considering the deer shit, but she is mentally unstable. Steph shouldn't lose her job because she's trans. That's ridiculous. She shouldn't lose her job because she likes to eat grass and pretends to be a deer. She shouldn't even lose her job because her opinion about voice chat is kind of misinformed and kind of poorly argued. None of those are reasons why I think somebody should be fired from a safety advisory council. But if you're having this much of a power trip over just this menial Twitch job that gives you maybe the slightest bit of authority, that is a sign that you should not have any authority at all. Imagine being intoxicated by such a hilariously low amount of power. No, that's ridiculous. It's insane. But that being said, I don't want anybody to go find this person on Twitter and harass them. She just has an opinion that I find poorly reasoned and poorly thought out. And honestly, I don't really care that much. I just thought it was a vaguely interesting topic, and I kind of had an opinion on it because I really like voice chat. It reminds me of New York. It reminds me of my home. Sorry if this video isn't necessarily what you guys expected. I know I've been working on a pretty big video for a while, and I kind of wanted to come back with that big video, but it's taking a bit longer because Corona has kind of fucked up a lot of shipments for props and things that I need to film this fucking thing. Of course. By the way, just letting you guys know, the Snark Tank podcast, that podcast that I do with some black guy and Tom Sweeny every single week, we got some new merch. We got some merchandise. Check this little baby out, huh? It's a fucking hoodie. It's a hoodie just in time for sweltering summer in a virus-ridden world. There are also other designs available if this one doesn't suit your fancy, but I personally like this one a lot. I'm really proud of the way this one came out. I don't know. If you want one, I understand that, you know, clothing isn't necessarily the highest priority right now, what with the economy fucking itself sideways. But I don't know, I figured I'd mention it here because I know a lot of people have been asking me about Snark Tank merch and, well, it exists, and you can find that in the link in the description. Oh yeah, and also I've been streaming like pretty consistently for like the last like 2 weeks. We've been playing a lot of Halo 2 every single weekday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard. So if that's something that tickles your fancy, just stop by. We'd love to have you. Dude, what is happening? And let me know if you minded this kind of unscripted format that we got going on, because I could definitely make more videos like this if you guys feel like it's keeps the energy of our normal show. Hoping to get some more stuff out. If you guys like this format, let me know in the comments below. In fact, if you stuck all the way to the end of this video, leave a comment, and I want you to end your comment with this. Put this at the end of your comment, and then I'll know you sat through the whole video. You sexy baby. Ooh, you're fucking hot, aren't you? Oh, sorry. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. It's been a long time.
Sometimes I miss being called the N-word, you know?
What?
Every now and then, like, the rage you get from getting called that is kind of exhilarating.
I guess.
Like, the low, like, I'm so mad you called me that mean word. And then you get real mad, and then you're like, it hurt, though. It did hurt. But you try to kill him in Modern Warfare, but you don't, because, you know, you're really bad with every kind of gun in the game. And you got the FAMAS, you thought that would change the game for you, but then you still suck because you're just really bad at Modern Warfare. And it wasn't really your shooting game. You were better at Halo 3. But then when you think about it, you weren't even really that good at Halo 3, honestly. So you're just kind of just playing this game and getting fucking beat all the time. Your friends are laughing at you. And you're just in your house fucking punching the floor, but the floor's made of concrete, so you're fucking up your knuckles, right? And every time you punch the fucking floor and you fuck up your knuckles, your grandma's like, Kingston, stop fucking punching the floor before I go up there and I fuck you up. And you're like, I'm sorry, Grandma. So you go in your closet and you cry all night.
Yeah,